Yeah, man! Welcome to the BRICCS. Today we're ranking each Star Wars brick. Dr. Squatch has now released 2 Star Wars collections, which gives us 8 bricks to work with. As you know, not all Squatch bricks are created equal, and in our list today, we have bars that range from the godly to the ungodly. Both bundles have their ups and downs, although you'll find out how I think the bundles stack up against each other soon. Now I have, of course, full SIP guides for each of these bars individually, and also a guide to each of the collections and their limited edition boxes, so check that out if you're interested in a more in-depth breakdown. In this video, we'll briefly run through each brick, from worst to best. This is, of course, only my opinion. Please let me know your own rankings in the comments. So let's kick things off with our last placed bar. At number 8 is the Dark Side Scrub. This bar just sucks. It's actually an insult to Darth Vader. The smoky scent is incredibly weak, and the heavy grit is laughably light. The brick just feels underwhelming in general. I get what they were going for with this bar, and the unique ingredients certainly fit the Vader theme, but they can't fix this mess of a bar. Sand, charcoal, and chokeberry are nice and all, but I don't think they have a strong enough presence in this brick. The Vader boy has potential to be something great, but it falls flat in every way. The bar needs to be strong and gritty, but it feels more like Vader without his mask. At 7 is the Only Hope soap. Now this one people may disagree with, but hear me out. I do think this bar is a big step up from the Dark Side boy, but it's still a disappointing bar. The main problem I have with it is just how basic it feels. Bentonite clay and thyme are great ingredients and I think contribute to its earthy and herbal scent, but just like with the Vader boy, the potency just isn't quite there. The brick really lacks that wow factor that makes a Squatch bar truly special, and it just ends up feeling like a standard Squatch sip with Obi-Wan slapped on the cover. And as someone who really likes Obi-Wan, I hate putting this brick this low, but I think he deserves a better bar. At 6 is the Resistance Rinse. This is our first brick from the second collection. The bar has an interesting floral scent, and while it's advertised as light grit, it's basically zero, which is disappointing since we only have one other official light grit in the Coconut Castaway. The Electric Daisy, as well as other ingredients, give this bar some cleansing capabilities and make for a solid brick. I like that this bar exists, but I'm not personally a huge fan of it. I just don't really like floral scents, but for those that do, this is a good addition. I know a lot of people don't like Rey and don't like her brick, but I think it's at least decent. Easily the worst from the second collection though. At 5 is the Ruthless Rinse. This is a very interesting brick. Some of the Star Wars bars struggle to fit the theme of the character, but this one nails it. It feels like a badass bar that really fits Darth Maul. The scent is a spicy, exotic, somewhat fruity smell that, while nothing spectacular, does at least seem unique. The heavy grit is again less than advertised, but we're still left with a sand-based, medium grit that gives some nice exfoliation. We also have dragon fruit powder to really bring this brick to life. The bar is by no means amazing. The scent isn't all that strong and it's not the most refreshing, but it's a fun brick. Now we get into the really good Star Wars bars. These next 4 are ones that really take things up a notch. At 4 is the Suds of Darkness. This is a brick that feels manly. The scent is hard to place, but it's musky and strong. The medium grit of this bar is awesome too thanks to the rhyolite. It has what I consider to be an ideal amount of grit. It cleans deep, but also hydrates. I don't care for Kylo Ren all that much. He is the bitch boy that killed Han Solo after all. But I have to give credit where it's due, and his brick is actually a great one. At 3 is the Sinister Scrub. You wouldn't think Bill Belichick would have one of the best bricks, but you'd be surprised. Actually, this bar in general is probably not what you're expecting. The scent is a powerful, jammy smell that's fruity but also has some full spices behind it. I think black currant jam is what they were going for, because black currant seeds are present in this bar and give it its heavy grit. It's not the roughest bar out there, but it still packs a punch. As similar to the Kylo Ren boy in that regard, it feels great to use. Well, I don't know if it fits Emperor Palpatine all that well. I love the autumn vibes I get from this brick. At 2 is the Wisdom Wash, the bar that carried the first collection and holds up incredibly well. This Yoda boy is such a refreshing brick. The scent is surprisingly strong for a first collection bar, and is also by far the most pleasant. It's an herbal lotus scent with some strong citrus notes to it. The bar contains lotus leaf, which really goes a long way in this brick. While it's listed as 0, the bar has some noteworthy grit to it. I'd consider it to be around light, and it may even be more than the Dark Side Scrub. It adds another layer to a fantastic bar that is already deeply hydrating. It fits the theme of Yoda quite well, and is a bar with nothing bad to say about it. And at 1, the best Star Wars brick is the legendary Lather. When I first read the description of this bar when it was released, I knew it was going to be highly ranked. The Luke Skywalker boy has a powerful grassy scent to it. It's a clean and fresh smell. In addition to that, the bar contains ingredients such as 5-finger grass, which have some strong cleansing properties. The bar has 0 grit, but is instead a smooth one that feels very clean to use. In addition to that, the bar is one of the more visually striking ones in the collection. The legendary boy is quickly becoming one of my favorite limiteds. As you can tell, I think much more highly of the second collection than I do the first, although I really do like the Wisdom Wash, and I do slightly prefer the light side bricks to the dark side ones, although they're reasonably close. Both bundles bring something unique to the table, and in the end, I think the Star Wars bars as a whole contain a good variety and something for everyone. That's only my opinion though, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments. How would you rank these bricks? Do you agree with my order, or do you think I'm way off? How do you think the second collection fares against the first? As always, thanks for watching. Yeah, man!